Hi everyone, this is Sudha and welcome back to Sudha Speaks. I'm really happy you're here today. Today I want to talk about something very real, something we all do, but we don't really talk about it openly. Why do we pretend we are okay? Why do we smile outside when inside we are struggling, breaking, or simply tired? Have you ever had one of those days where everything feels heavy, but you still get ready, step out, and act normal? Like you answer all your calls, you reply to all your messages, you go to work, you attend meetings, maybe you will laugh at some silly jokes in front of others. And if someone comes and asks you, "Are you okay?" You smile and say, "Yes, I am fine." But deep inside, you know you are not. बट अंदर कुछ टूट रहा होता है और बाहर हम नॉर्मल बनने की एक्टिंग करते हैं. कभी हुआ है ये आपके साथ? And you know what the truth is? Most of us, maybe we don't pretend because we want attention. We pretend because we don't want to become a burden on others. We pretend because we don't want people to come and ask questions which we cannot answer. Maybe we pretend because sometimes even we don't understand what we are feeling. क्योंकि कभी कभी हम खुद भी नहीं समझ पाते हैं दोस्तों एग्जैक्टली प्रॉब्लम क्या है, हम क्या फील कर रहे हैं अंदर से. It's not always sadness or it's not always depression. Sometimes maybe it's just a kind of emotional exhaustion. Sometimes it's that feeling of being overwhelmed and still having to show up because you don't have an option other than that. So, why do we pretend that we are okay? Let me tell you a few of my reasons what I feel, and maybe you still can relate to it. We pretend because we were taught that emotions are weakness. From childhood, many of us might have heard things like crying is for weak people or don't be so sensitive. You should learn to control your emotions. And slowly we learn to hide. हम ये सीख जाते हैं कि स्ट्रांग बनना है. और स्ट्रांग बनने का मतलब क्या है? अपने इमोशंस को अपने अंदर ही छुपा लेना. We pretend because society loves strong people and not vulnerable people. People will praise you when you manage everything and you have balance, perfect balance on your life. But when you break down for some reason, they get uncomfortable. So what we do? We choose the safer option, and that is smile. We pretend because we don't want to be judged. We fear people will say you are overreacting or maybe you have everything, still you are unhappy. You should be grateful for whatever you have. Many people don't even have this life. So we just keep quiet. Maybe we pretend because we don't want to explain. Sometimes we don't even have words to explain. How do you explain a feeling of heaviness inside? You just cannot name it. कभी कभी ऐसा होता है ना दोस्तों कि बस मन भारी सा हो रहा होता है और हमें रीज़न नहीं पता होता है. हम कितनी भी कोशिश कर लें जानने की कि किस रीज़न की वजह से हम ऐसा फील कर रहे हैं, नहीं होता है रीज़न. I always say this. The hardest battles are the silent ones. And I have learned this a very, very hard way, guys. The ones when you are smiling in mid of a group of people around you, but inside you are struggling to even breathe. The ones where you reply with a laughing smiley in your chat, but you're actually crying. The ones where you say, I am okay, but your heart is screaming for help. And you know what the saddest part is? Many people around us don't even notice. बिकॉज मे बी वी हैव बिकम टू गुड एट प्रिटेंडिंग. हम लोग एक्टिंग में इतने परफेक्ट हो गए हैं ना कि दुनिया को लगता है हमें कुछ फील ही नहीं होता है, सब ठीक है हमारी ज़िंदगी में, हमारी ज़िंदगी एकदम मस्त चल रही है. आई वॉन्ट टू बी ऑनेस्ट हियर फ्रेंड्स. Even I have done this many times, or maybe I should agree that I still do it. I smile when I feel hurt. I laugh when my mind is exhausted. I try to act very normal when my heart is not actually okay. Because sometimes it feels easier to say I am fine than to explain that why I am not. Because if you say I am not, people start asking you why. And we don't have the reason for it. We don't have the answer for it. And if you don't have the answer, you feel even more helpless. Maybe sometimes we are scared. Scared that if we open up, people might leave or they might not understand. इसलिए बस हम चुप हो जाते हैं. But you know what, friends? Pretending comes with a cost. When you keep everything inside, it doesn't disappear. It just comes out at a later point of time, maybe in the form of anxiety, overthinking, mood swings, some kind of sudden anger, or maybe just tiredness, a kind of emotional numbness you feel, and you feel disconnected with yourself and maybe the entire world. And then one day, you don't even know who you are anymore because you have been living for so long as the okay version of yourself that you forgot who your real self is. So today, I want to ask you something, friends. When was the last time when you asked yourself, am I really okay? Not the I am fine okay wala, but the real okay. And if the answer is no, please understand this. It doesn't mean you are weak. It doesn't mean you are dramatic. It just means you are human. You don't always have to be strong, friends. You don't always have to smile and you don't always have to reply fast to people. You don't always have to explain yourself. Sometimes it's okay to see that you're not feeling good today, or maybe you just need some space. Tell them that you are mentally tired or you don't have the energy to talk right now. और अगर आपको ये भी बोलना मुश्किल लग रहा है ना दोस्तों, कोई बात नहीं, सिर्फ अपने आप से इतना कह देना उस समय पे, I am not okay today, and that is absolutely okay. Because acceptance is the first step of healing. ये अभी अभी सीख रही हूँ दोस्तों मैं. And if you are listening to this right now and you have been pretending for a very long time, I just want to tell you, friends, that you are not alone. You are not overthinking too much. You are not dramatic. Maybe just that you are carrying too much inside you. और एक बात बोलूं दोस्तों, जो लोग बाहर से सबसे ज़्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग लगते हैं ना दिखने में, often they are the ones who need the most emotional support. I'm sure you can relate to it. So if you are tired of pretending, कोई बात नहीं, start small. You don't have to share everything with everyone, friends. But maybe you can try one of these. Talk to one trusted person with whom you feel secure, with whom you feel like home. Write your feelings in a diary or in a form of a journal or a book. आज रोने का मन कर रहा है, रो दो. Take a break. without a guilt. Say no without explaining too much. It's okay. Spend some good time with yourself. Do something which you love to do or which makes you happy. So breathe and slow down. Most importantly, friends, be gentle with yourself because you have been fighting battles nobody saw. So, yes, we pretend that we are okay because we are scared of being misunderstood. We pretend because we don't want to be judged. We pretend because we don't want to burden others. But the truth is, your feelings deserve some space. Your emotions deserve some attention and maybe some love. You deserve a life where you don't have to perform happiness. आपको हर दिन स्ट्रॉन्ग बने रहने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है दोस्तों. कभी कभी बस रियल बनना ही काफ़ी होता है ना. This was Sudha from the studio of Sudha Speaks. If this episode touched your heart, then maybe it was meant for you. And remember दोस्तों, you don't always have to pretend. Until next time, take very good care of yourself. Be kind to your heart. I'll see you again in the next episode of Sudha Speaks with some more honest conversations and some real emotions deep into life. Until there, take care and alvida dosto.